Theories of Motivation by Ali Ben Jackson and Torrey.
Maslow's hierarchy of needs ranks 5 needs that contribute to survival. The needs at the bottom of the pyramid, which contribute to immediate survival, are more essential than the higher needs, which help with long term survival. The lowest needs are physiological needs, such as food, water, breathing, and sleep. Until our physiological needs are satisfied, they will be the primary motivator of our behavior. However, if all of our physiological needs are met, then our behavior will be motivated by the next need in the hierarchy, which is our need for safety and security. It's easier for us to satisfy future physiological needs if we have safety and security, which is usually in the form of physical, social, and financial wellness. After those needs are met, we start to focus on social needs. Our behavior becomes motivated by our need for a sense of belonging, which we might get from friends, family, or community. Next are esteem needs, which fall into 2 categories: respect from ourselves, self worth, and dignity, and respect from others, such as recognition for our achievements, reputation, and status. The highest need is self actualization, which Maslow describes as the need to become everything one is capable of becoming.
Ever wonder why you grab a snack the second your stomach growls? That's because of drive reduction theory. Drive reduction theory explains how our behaviors are motivated by the need to satisfy physiological imbalances and restore internal equilibrium, which is also called homeostasis. For example, when you're hungry, your stomach sends signals to your brain, which creates a drive to eat, and eating reduces the hunger and brings your body back to balance, or homeostasis. Drive reduction theory is closely tied to the idea of instinct. Instincts are natural behaviors that increase survival. Instinct theory takes it a step further, saying that our actions are driven by these hardwired impulses. However, these theories aren't perfect. They don't account for secondary reinforcers like working hard for money, or intrinsic motivation like pursuing a passion just for the joy of it. It also doesn't take into account complex human emotions which can sometimes override basic drives. For example, even if you're starving, you might skip a meal or two because you're determined to stick to a diet and achieve that summer body. This shows how human behavior is more nuanced than just instincts and drives.
Incentive theory states that behavior is motivated by an external reward instead of internal factors. This theory can almost commonly be seen in practice at the workplace or in a competitive academic environment. Rewards such as promotions or bonuses are tangible, while praise or recognition from peers is intangible. These rewards are the foundation of the incentive theory. Motivation, on the other hand, can change the value of a reward based on the time and circumstance. Also, different rewards will hold different values depending on the individual. However, this theory does not take into account, first, the over-justification effect, where short-term rewards may cause behavior to go extinct when the reward is removed from the equation. And second, the overemphasis on external rewards undermines intrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation is the incentive that prompts us to complete a task simply because we find it enjoyable. Extrinsic motivation is when we are incentivized to do something only because we will receive some sort of reward after completing the task. This can also be an incentive to avoid some sort of form of punishment. Psychologists such as Skinner and Thorndike experiment with extrinsic motivation to test their theories on how motivation works, while theories on intrinsic motivation emerged almost a century later.
Self-efficacy is a psychological concept introduced by Albert Bandura as part of his social cognitive theory. It refers to the idea that one is confident in their control over their own motivation, behavior, and social environment. These kinds of self-evaluation influence important aspects of human experience, such as the goals people set for themselves and the amount of energy expended towards achieving those goals. This also plays a role in motivation and decision-making, as those with stronger self-efficacy are more likely to set challenging goals and persist through difficulties they may encounter, and are more willing to take risks or try new things. One's level of self-efficacy can be shaped by their positive and negative experiences, as well as feedback that they receive based on their performance, since these will affect their perception of their capabilities. Simply observing others successfully perform a task can also strengthen one's belief that they can do it too. The self-efficacy theory can be applied to many basic behaviors as well, conscious or subconscious, such as eating, pain control, and exercise.